Alright, this is take 2. Y'all didn't even see the first one, so I don't even know why I told you that. My 2 kids are up, so you may hear them. Hopefully they stay in their room while I do this, but they probably won't. So I'm gonna do a quick breakfast mukbang. I got sausage. Oh shit. 2 eggs, toast and jelly. I don't know why I put so much jelly, but that's fine. We'll spread it out. And I made hot cocoa. Can you see it? But instead of regular water or like milk, I used coconut milk. I discovered it last week and now I'm kind of addicted to it. So we're just gonna chit chat. Really. While I eat breakfast. I wasn't gonna do a video on it, and I'm gonna actually put a trigger warning right here. I'm gonna be talking about some things that could possibly trigger you. So trigger warning if you don't want to hear about death, anxiety, depression, medical conditions, anything like that, then this is not going to be the video for you. But if you don't mind it, or if you want to hear my story a little bit, keep watching. I'm going to try not to cry because that's not really the point of the video, but we'll see. Oh, I think I let my eggs sit too long and the yolk's not ready anymore. A little bit. I wonder if you can see. Not really. A little bit. But today's Sunday, and I upload the same day I film, so y'all will see this on Sunday unless you watch it on a different day, because right now, because I'm new to this, I don't edit. I just put up raw footage of me filming, and sometimes I look like a crazy person. Other times I look like, yeah, the same. I put a beanie on because my hair was all over the place. I literally just woke up. And I can't be letting y'all see me like that right now. I did shave my head a couple months ago. I've mentioned that a couple times. And yeah, we're growing back and looks a little rough. I love a fried egg with a soft runny yolk. And this is turkey sausage. We don't really eat pork. We eat real bacon on an occasion, but that's about it. It's like a liquid Almond Joy. Literally. So people that don't like Almond Joys because of the texture, like my best friend, she would love this because she likes the flavor, just not the texture. There's no texture. Let's see if it's hot. It's not too bad. So let me stop avoiding the topic. Yesterday was my dad's birthday. He passed away 3 years ago due to stage 4 lung cancer and congestive heart failure. We have a complicated past and history that probably not going to really get into today, but eventually down the road we'll talk about it. But this year in August marked him being gone 3 years. And then yesterday was his birthday. Happy birthday, Dad. I hope it was a good one. But, so yesterday was a little hard. Not gonna lie. It's kind of it's just, I don't want to say weird, but it's weird. Like, you feel so many different emotions all the time. And then when the day actually comes, like on the day that marks him passing, I'm really angry still. I mean, it's been 3 years, but I'm still really angry that day. I'm filled with a lot of anger, resentment, upset, you know. And then his birthday is different. I'm more sad. Upset that he's not here, Christmas too. This is a hard time of year for a lot of people because of grief, and grief fucking sucks. It sucks. And I talk to my, I mentioned before I do therapy, so I do it on a regular basis. I'd say every other week right now, and I've been doing that for a while. We talked about it, and she did tell me about this thing. So you have to picture it. Normally you draw it, but I'm eating, so there's like a box, right? And there's a button on the side with all your emotions. There's this ball. At first, the ball is really big. It probably takes up almost the entire box. Every time it hits the button, there's an emotional response to the grief, right? The ball is like the grief, and it's huge at first. So it's bouncing around in the box. It's going to hit that little button over and over again. Boop, 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 all the time. In other words, you're going to be upset a lot. As time passes and you heal and you work on things, the grief ball gets smaller and smaller, but your box remains the same. So then it still bounces around that box, but because it's smaller, it hits the button less often. So you're still going to feel grief and you're still going to be sad and feel those emotions, but less often. And I think that's true. I put a lot of jelly. It's good though. But so grief never goes away. It just gets more tolerable. I don't know the right word for it. I'm still trying to figure it out. Anybody who's lost a loved one, and that could be anybody, not even necessarily family. Anybody that was close to you. It does hit different when it is a parent, because I've been through grief with plenty of people in my family, but it is different when it's your actual parent. It hits a lot harder. If y'all have any words of wisdom, maybe you've been in my place, you've learned something on how to cope, definitely let me know. Because I'm still trying to figure all this stuff out. And this year, on top of everything else, it just feels so weird. I feel so off. Like, does anybody else feel like that? I feel off. I don't feel like myself. But we're working through it. Y'all will realize I have ADHD, so we bounce around topics a lot. But we come back and finish the sentence at some point. But I worked yesterday. Almost 10 hours. As a distraction, let's be honest. And then after that I cooked, hung out with the boys, which they were here all day while I worked anyway, so it's not like we didn't hang out, but... And then I went to bed early, like 9 o'clock. I didn't journal about how I felt, which I probably will today because I know I need to. I haven't meditated, which I'm trying to get into doing every day. Praying every day, trying to just find my way through everything and rediscover myself, because this year I lost me again and I don't like that. But I did reach out to my sponsor, so I do Al-Anon, which, if you don't know, it's kind of like AA, but it's not for the alcoholic or the addict, it's for the family member. It's for the family. So I'm not an addict or alcoholic myself, but I have qualifiers, so yeah. So I attend that to try to learn more about it, how I can do better and be better, and how to cope and get through things that I've been through. And my dad is one of my qualifiers. kid's calling me. I'm probably gonna ignore him and hope that he figures it out. Because I've already been filming this for 10 minutes. What? Okay, well, wait. I'm filming, okay? Okay? He'll figure it out. He's 3. He's pretty young. Y'all, I can't really get up because I'm not wearing clothes that I want to be seen on in camera. Alright, y'all. I'm just gonna slide out real quick, and I'll be right back. I'm back. Oh, y'all only saw a little piece. It's fine. Anyway, what was I talking about? Because now I'm not going to remember. And I'm not going to edit that out. Sorry, guys. It's going to be like a whole minute where, you know, I was not here. Oh, my dad. So, yeah, he is one of my qualifiers. And he's also my best friend. We went through a lot together. And there's a lot of time that we didn't spend together because of his addiction. And it sucked. Really sucked. So, those are feelings I'm still trying to unpack. New ways of coping I'm still trying to learn. But I'm trying. I'm trying to learn and heal my inner child so my children don't have to. You know? Some days it's way easier than others. Don't get me wrong. I'm not perfect. It's hard. Life is hard. Shit. This is so good. Oh my god. My kids like it too, so. But yeah. So yesterday was a hard day. Today, I'll journal about it. Because I know I need to. I normally would go to his grave on his birthday, and I would eat lunch with him and sit there and talk, kind of like this, and take him flowers. I didn't do that yesterday. I live close to Dallas, but he's buried in East Texas, so it's like a 2-hour drive, almost 2.5-hour drive there, 2.5-hour drive back. I don't like to take the kids because I have a 6 and a 3. They don't do so well in the car that long. And I've had a lot of health stuff going on this year where I don't think I could make that long of a drive just yet. So I'll probably listen to some rock music today because that's his genre. He always loved breakfast. That was like our go-to food. So probably make breakfast for dinner tonight. Even though I'm eating breakfast now. But I'll make some of his favorites and maybe share some memories with my kids. Which is still kind of hard, I've noticed. They know he's gone. Well, my 6-year-old. But he's only 6, so how much does he really understand? And my 3-year-old, as of lately, he's been asking me about my dad. Like, you know, where's your dad? Because, you know, he's getting older where he's learning about family and, you know, family roles and things like that. And I tell him he's gone, but I don't really talk about it in detail quite yet. Because I don't want to unload too much on them that they don't understand. That messes with their mental state, you know? So it's a weird space to navigate. Like, I want to talk about him, but I obviously can't talk about everything. And I feel like it's like opening Pandora's box. Once I start talking about him and sharing memories and things like that, they're gonna have questions that I'm gonna have to answer. And one, I don't think they're ready for the answers. And two, I'm not really ready to give the answers. I'm just not. I guess I could share some tips on what I've learned so far. I'm gonna write him a letter to try to get off all of the like resentments and angers and stuff. To forgive him, since I obviously can't talk to him. I mean, I could, but you know what I mean. I do have what's called a God box. My sponsor told me about it, where whenever I feel a certain type of way, or I have a question, or I want to say something to him, or whatever, it kind of puts a physical aspect on let go, let God, because I'm still trying to navigate my God and my relationship with my God. So the God box helps because it gives me a physical action to do to let go, versus just saying it in my head. It doesn't click that way yet. So I take like these little index cards. I created this big box. I like decorated it and all types of stuff. My shirt looks so old and crunchy. Sorry guys. But I basically write down how I feel on the note. Sometimes I'll date it, sometimes I won't, and I slide it in the box. Once my box fills up, I plan on opening it, because right now I hot glued it so I can't open it. I do plan on opening it once it gets full so I can read what I wrote, and just see if I still feel the same. If my emotions are the same as they were when I wrote it, if that one thing I wrote about still upsets me or whatever, to try to gauge my healing. But I can put anything in there. It's not just for my dad. Anything. If I'm going through something personally, or say the kids get on my nerves, which it happens, but you don't want to tell them that, write it down, put it in the God box, let it go. I did my interview for school for my master's to get my clinical and mental health counseling, which I'm so excited about because that's something I've wanted to do since I was a kid, is help people heal from shit that they've been through, because I've been through a lot. Y'all will slowly over time, we'll get into it, but what if my interview didn't go well and I don't get in, which is a possibility. I'm hoping that's not it, but you never know. Gonna have to use my God box. But grief sucks, y'all. If you know, you know. I'm not just grieving his loss this year or every year, but earlier this year, I had a miscarriage. That sucked. So I'm kind of grieving that as well at the same time. I'm not as ready to get into that right now. I don't feel like crying while I'm eating breakfast. But we'll talk about it eventually. But grief mixed with postpartum depression, mixed with anxiety, mixed with a pandemic, mixed with life in general. So much fun, y'all. Not really. It's terrible. It sucks ass and I'm over it. But just because I'm over it doesn't mean it's gone and doesn't mean it's done. So I still have work to do. Oh my gosh. This brings me joy, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie. And this turkey sausage, it's really good. I think it's Jimmy Dean. And they come in little links. They're probably like this big. They're really good. They're fully cooked, but I still cook them on the skillet because I like to get that like crunchy, crispy texture on the outside. We'll get more into me and my dad's relationship one day. Not today. But I do miss him like crazy. Yeah, like crazy. But my counselor said I'm also going through something called existential anxiety. Don't know if y'all know, but maybe somebody can relate so I don't feel super alone in my mental health journey. Because right now it's been a little dark and doomy and alone. But basically you question life. Like your purpose, why are we here? What's the point? Is this even real? I've been doing that a lot lately. And it can also be brought on by grief, so it's like a denial period. Which is probably what I'm doing with my losses and also the pandemic. Which I don't really want to talk a lot about because it fucking sucks and I hate it and we're already living it. We see it on the news. I don't want to bum y'all out and talk about my feelings about it as well. So, I'm pretty sure I feel the same about it. Y'all do. They might release a vaccine next week. I hope it at least works so it can lower the numbers and eventually, hopefully, wipe it out. So we can go back to normal. Because, yeah, I need that. Y'all know what sounds so good? Pumpkin pancakes. With some whipped cream on top. Pumpkin waffles. Oh my god. My leg's going to sleep. Oh. But yeah. I'm starting to get quiet, which means, oh my god, I'm pretty much done talking, is what that means. And my food's almost gone too. I was a little chunky thing. Just know, if y'all are grieving, going through anything mental health wise, you just don't quite feel like yourself right now, questioning life, you're not alone. It feels really lonely, I know, and you feel alone, but you're not. There's a lot of us out there. We're everywhere. And we're gonna get through it, and it does get better. I've been on the other side. Before the pandemic hit, I was starting to be myself again. It was amazing. I was starting to be happy. And it's just a little postponed at the moment. It's not done for forever. We just gotta get through a shitty time. Sorry, y'all, I'm thirsty. I drink one of these every day. Well, one and a little extra. So, like, I'll drink this and then a whole one today. I'm trying to get healthier. Even though I know this didn't really look, well, it wasn't bad. It wasn't not healthy. Eventually I'll post some workout videos and like my health journey and like before and after pictures, but not quite ready to do that yet. Well, guys, that was fun. I think it was needed. And hopefully y'all can relate and we can chit chat in the comments about what's going on, you know? But y'all have a good day. Relax, because today's Sunday. Drink your water. And hang in there, because we're going to get through this. Have a good day.